What's up, y'all? This is Samielle, representing 773 up in this biatch, but also representing the Gentleman's Podcast for Wrestling. And it's Sunday. You know what that means. It's podcast time. On this episode, we talk a little bit about all the WWE stuff moving to Peacock. We talk about our top 5, and we talk about a little bit of our such good shit, and we talk a little bit about an end of an era. Now we sit back, relax, like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's hit it.
Lights out, this shit is dangerous. Here we are now, so entertain us.
What is good, fuckers? Back at it again with another episode. It's your boys. I feel like Xavier Woods when I say that.
Yeah, because I was waiting for the whole New Day shit.
I was gonna say New Day on accident. That's why I had to pause myself.
You sure you want to continue?
That was the most randomest thing you ever did, but I gotta say bravo. That was awesome.
Right?
Oh, thank you.
That was really cool.
Oh, shit.
Why don't you try that one more time? Take it from the top.
But
I'll let you have that one.
What's good, fuckers? Back at it with another episode.
Yep.
It's
We missed you guys.
Wholeheartedly.
And this is another episode of the Gentleman's Podcast for Wrestling.
Oh my God, we almost killed him. Someone call the paramedics, y'all.
It'll be alright.
We gotta take him to the local medical facility.
Oh no, not the local one. I might not make it.
Oh Jesus.
It's the closest one. Sorry.
I'm never gonna make it then.
Anywho, before we get a little bit too dark in here, we might as well start with intros. My name is Samielle. I'm representing the greatest area code of all time, 773 up in this biatch. And normally I would do a normal introduction about staying safe and whatnot. But if I could do a little bit bragging, I am your recent Twitch affiliate.
Woo!
It's been a long time coming. If any of our listeners are following me on Twitch, I thank you. And if you want to follow me on Twitch, hopefully links down below.
Yes, sir.
True, though. It's your boy, Crizzy Cross, coming back at you one time. Well, not even just one time, but all the time, because I love going straight at it. You know what I'm saying? I missed you guys so much. It's so good to be back in here with the brothers. And I hope you guys are tuned in, locked in, and ready to get down just like we are.
Amen on that.
As you know, I go by many names on this show.
Who are we today?
You don't need to know my name. Just know that I'm the guy that did the Firework for AEW Revolution.
Let's kick his ass.
Yeah.
Come get me, fuckers. I ruined your Deathmatch. It was my plan all along. It was me, Austin.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I did it
You know what? He did say Fireworks at first. He didn't say the Deathmatch.
It's me, Tony.
Son of a bitch.
It's me.
What if Vince just pulled up and just did that? It was me all along, Tony.
You son of a bitch.
And JR's on commentary, so he could do it again. Oh, son of a bitch.
I left this company.
No, plot twist. Tony actually says it before JR.
Which one? Tony Schiavone or Tony Khan?
Both at the same time.
But all of a sudden you just see Cody and just be like, oh, fuck me. What the hell?
Oh, son of a bitch. Tony, you read my mind.
I got some
Thanks for watching, Tony.
potential great news for WWE, though. No? The Peacock. Them moving the network to the Peacock app?
Yeah, and I know some folks, well, including myself, were not very happy with that decision. But, I mean, if you think about it, because right now, like, the WWE network is what, like $10, $11 a month right now?
Depending on where you live, yes.
Yeah, well, I know mine is like, I think it's like $10.99 a month. And you basically just be switching to Peacock, which you get more stuff. You get, like, stuff that's on cable TV, and you get the WWE network. So basically you're paying for, like, a whole nother cable channel, if you think.
By the way, this ain't a plug. This is actually great for the WWE. I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, unless Peacock want to sponsor us. Hint.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, right. Well, it's a business move. We'll see where it goes. I just wish that, wish and hope, same thing, double plot. But anyway, that the I'm pretty sure that the money they get, is going towards important things. But I seriously hope that they start giving their superstars a fairer slice of the pie. Because I know a lot of folks are pretty pissed off backstage. Not just WWE superstars, but folks who work backstage as well. They feel like they're not being accommodated very well.
Oh, I just see it great because you were just saying that it costs for you $10, $11, every month. It's dropping literally half the price. So that means instead of I don't know how many 6 million people that have the network, it's now like 15 million people that's gonna move over. And not to mention, I have the Peacock app. Again, this isn't a plug. I got the Peacock app, and it's not just watching Peacock originals. It's not watching something that's on NBC that I could watch the next day, such as Young Rock. I've heard great things about that. Still no plug.
I still haven't seen it.
But also at the same time, my bad. But also at the same time, you also get 40 live TV channels as well. Okay. And I say live because most of it is reruns, such as the Saturday Night Live channel.
For listeners, he's putting up air quotes.
Yeah, air quotes. Yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah, like you have the Saturday Night Live channel, the Hell's Kitchen channel. I mean, the Today News channel. There's 40 NBC channels.
So Gordon Ramsay has his own channel on there.
Air quotes. Yes.
Wow. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's done like literally so many different cooking shows.
When you're a celebrity chef that's known in Belgium, in France, and now here in the United States, I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting a little bit of a little cut because he has his own Peacock channel.
Oh no, for sure. I just kind of wonder, what all they're gonna show on that channel.
Are you talking about for the WWE?
No, just Gordon Ramsay's channel.
Well, it's Hell's Kitchen, so it's uncensored Hell's Kitchen channel.
24 hours,
virtually 24/7.
Who the hell wants to watch Hell's Kitchen?
So all of a sudden, instead of hearing the bleeps,
one of our homies has a cable service to where they show Degrassi 24/7. So after I heard that, I'm convinced about anything.
Yeah, no. So instead of hearing the bleeps, you hear Gordon Ramsay. You fucking cow, you Yankee Doodle shit, motherfucker.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah. So you actually hear that without the bleeps. Cool. So that's like fucking awesome. Getting back into wrestling though.
I'm sorry.
No, but I was just gonna say real quick that I kind of I don't know. I'm a little indifferent about the move to Peacock because I feel like they kind of set the trend when it comes to streaming sites. Well, I wouldn't say set the trend because we had Netflix and shit like that. But as far as showing people, hey, you can have your own streaming service, WWE did do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With that, and they are getting a decent amount of money for it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it will bring viewers that don't necessarily watch USA, but watch NBC. They'll kind of be curious or whatever, so that would bring in new viewers.
But it also still continues the partnership with WWE and NBC Universal.
Right.
They've had one for 35 years now.
Right. Yeah. So, and they already lost one show over to Fox.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I wonder if Raw would ever move to NBC
eventually. But while we're on the same topic. I mean, I know we want to get into our top 5, but might as well bring it up now. WrestleMania week for WWE is going to be fucking crazy. It's like every day for 12 days is WWE related, right? Yes, no?
Yeah. No, it's like the whole 2 weeks, bro.
Because it's we're used to Raw on Monday, TNA on Tuesday, NXT AEW Wednesday.
Exactly, but if rumors line up, then NXT might move to Tuesday. So that
which I hope for them.
I thought that was already established, though.
No, I think it's just a rumor for.
If it's not established, it should because that means WWE and AEW can get $1 million each.
Right, they can get their own viewers.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that move, but that also means we're going to get 2 straight weeks of wrestling.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, which I enjoy, but
I was going to say that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but
for someone like me,
for someone like me that has a job, 2 jobs,
but also for someone like me who doesn't watch Raw and SmackDown like that, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with watching NXT on Tuesday, AEW on Wednesday.
That's why we have AirPods.
Yeah.
You know, listen to that shit while you're on the job. I do.
And not to
Hope
mention,
my boss isn't listening.
not to mention when you have a wrestling podcast that we have like the best of like every world to an extent.
Right.
I can't dog that. But anyways, I think we talked a lot about WWE and whatnot. I think it is safe to talk about our top fives.
All right, good sir.
You haven't gone first in a while, so I think the floor is yours.
You're talking about me?
Yes.
Oh shit. Well,
Shit.
I wonder why. We haven't seen each other in a while. We've missed you
In a
for years,
while.
by the way.
A while.
Did you really just go
A
there?
while.
It's a while.
A while.
A while.
A while.
You're being weird now. Anyways, I have honorable mentions. Yeah, surprise.
Speak on it.
Yeah. So my first honorable mention that I really want to talk about. There's no better way of putting it, but the partnership with AEW, New Japan,
Of course.
Impact, NWA. This
The
is
Avengers just trying to go against Vince McDaniels.
Sure. This is how you do a partnership, WWE. And Vince, or the writers, or the
Vince.
superstars, or Vince, that is possibly listening to this podcast.
Oh, never mind then.
This is how you do an actual partnership. You want eyes glued to the screen. You bring the eyes to you.
Fact
You
is-
want a partnership with Ring of Honor? Bring Jay Lethal for a match or two on Raw and let him wrestle against, I don't know, Keith Lee,
Agreed.
for example.
Yeah.
I'm tired of fucking seeing Reginald because there's great fucking wrestlers,
Oh my.
but you have a problem. Yeah. But if you have the Samielle.
Look.
But if you have a problem,
look,
go ahead.
okay. Before you get back to that, Reginald, I fuck with you as a performer.
Mhm.
You're talented, but the booking is just horrible. Okay,
As usual.
It's not you. It's the booking.
Yes.
I'm glad you're getting TV time. I don't know why you're getting TV time on two shows when you're supposed to be exclusively to one brand, but that's not your fault.
But the thing is, in the WWE universe, you're a sommelier. You're a wine guy. You're not a wrestler. You're literally taking time away from Aleister Black, Andrade Almas, Keith Lee, Ricochet. Shall I continue? I can't because I can't remember anybody else that I'm forgetting that's in catering right now.
Humberto Carrillo.
Thank you. But Vince, you
Yes.
want eyes on your screen? Bring it. Ring of Honor has a couple of people that maybe can use a couple of days. You got a problem with your guys losing to Ring of Honor guys? I'm pretty sure one of them, if you pay them nice, will do the JOB. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, but the only problem is Vince is in that mentality where he's got to crush the competition. I work with him.
Sometimes he got
Look
to.
at what he did with all the
Well, you know,
companies down south back in the day.
I know what you were going to say. I knew you were going to say that.
Well, yeah, because shit, history speaks for itself.
Well, besides the point, Cody Rhodes and Tony Khan are doing the right thing. Thunder Rosa with NWA. Impact, the partnership, Don Callis, the Good Brothers, and who knows how many. Not to mention Private Party were number one contenders for the Impact Tag Team Championship belts.
Mm-hmm.
And the possibility of the belt collector with Kenny Omega and maybe one of his first challengers is going to be for the Impact World Heavyweight Undisputed, whatever you call it, championship. After that segment is done,
I'd just like to see Rich Homie Swan in the AEW ring just one time.
One time.
Maybe a
It's
couple
gonna happen.
times.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Because but help me out. We've seen how many the Good Brothers and
A couple of times.
Ethan Page.
He recently
No,
signed.
Ethan Page signed over there.
Okay, well, I guess it's only the Good Brothers and Don Callis who are Impact people who have been on AEW. We've only seen those two.
Another honorable mention I like to bring up, the camera work. When I was watching the Royal Rumble, I don't watch Raw and SmackDown, but when I was watching the Royal Rumble, the camera work was fantastic because it made sense. The theme for the Royal Rumble was comic book style, I believe.
Yeah.
Like they had the onomatopoeia, pal, zang, zoop, whatever.
All that stuff.
This is where I noticed it was Victoria. During the Women's Rumble, when she was doing her entrance, she was walking, and everything behind her was blurry as all hell. but she was the focus.
Yeah.
Almost like a comic book still. Like where everything behind her was like exploding or blurry or whatever, but she was the focal point.
Yeah, that's how it is now, basically, on Raw and SmackDown.
I was going to say, because I don't really see Raw and SmackDown like that, so that was news to me, just seeing that stuff.
Yeah, they when they have that one shot of just looking up the ramp, they have an 8K camera.
Which is...
So that makes every entrance that just looks badass. I'll give them that as far as, like, improvements.
Yep, it's something new, and... Yep, it's something new, and I like it.
That's where the joke came in, like, a couple weeks ago when I was like, it looks like they took some of NFL's cameras or something like that. That's what I meant. But it looked like AEW did the same thing with Revolution, too, because some of those entrances, like, in that same shot, like, looking all the way up the ramp,
you know what?
it looked like some of those shots were a bit smoother, too, you know, like it was an 8K or something.
My final honorable mention, and this happened so long ago, but I have to bring it up because thinking about it still makes me laugh. No better way of putting it, he said no. Adam Page still saying no to the Dark Order. It was a tag team match. I can't remember if it was a 6-man tag or whatever. But at the end of the match, it was almost like a proposal, like, please join the inner circle, Hangman. And he said no, but the banner still came down saying that he was they were celebrating and this and that. Like, I know it probably changed because Revolution came and went. The latest Dynamite came and went. So, you know, I think the seeds are being planted that he is actually going to officially be like, yeah, I'll join.
Yeah, and I kind of love what they did at Revolution, too, when they helped Paige with the buckshot lariat. That was a good moment.
Which, by the way, we still miss you, Brody Lee.
Absolutely.
We'll forever miss you. You've literally been immortalized I don't know how many times. But...
And shout out to the New Day for, you know, keeping his memory alive with their gear.
Yeah, dope gear. Some of the dopest gear they've ever had.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Much respect to them.
Now, since it's been a while that we've been together, my top 5 has been so difficult. Like, honestly, 5 could have been 1, 4 could have been 2, 1 could have been 3. A lot of stuff
has went down. So.
Yeah. Like, it was crazy. As always, it's not definitive, but in no particular order. Number 5 is the Dusty Cup.
Cinco.
I was waiting for that. I missed that so much. It was honestly the men's and women's Dusty Cup Classic.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Both of them was... And I'm not talking about the whole tournament. The finals were fucking awesome, dude.
Shout out to MSK.
Shout out to the debuting MSK. Congratulations on the W. And shout out to Raquel and Dakota for the women's.
When are they supposed to be... Well, not Raquel. And when is MSK supposed to be challenging for the belt? Or did they do it already?
I don't remember.
As soon as Wesley's hand...
hand injury, supposedly. So, great tournament final. Like, it made me glued to the TV. Like, and it's been a while since I was able to say that, but it was fan-fucking-tastic.
And if you're a big wrestling fan and a big 2K fan like I am, you'll notice that these guys spent a lot of hours playing WWE 2K because you see them same damn tag team moves that they do in the game. which I'm not, complaining about because I'm like, it's about time we start seeing that stuff literally in the ring. Mm-hmm. And they're using some of my favorite ones, so shout out to them for that.
Number 4.
Quattro.
The exploding barbed wire death match, except for the ending.
I was gonna say, I thought that was gonna be like at least 2 or 1.
That's why I said 4 could be 2, 1 could be like 3. Anyways, the match itself was good. Like, it really was good. Like, I honestly think this was the first televised barbed wire match in some 20 years.
Any type of death match.
I lied. It's been almost 20 years. Sabu versus Abyss. And I think even Abyss versus Judas.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's been that long. The first like exploding one in America, if I'm not mistaken, in like forever. I think this is the first exploding barbed wire death match in like forever.
So I think the first one was in Japan.
Yeah, but I don't know if it happened here in the States.
Yeah.
But like besides the point, it was like I'll say again, up until the ending, it was great. It was really good. Blood was pouring. It looked like skin was sticking to the barbed wire.
Yeah.
Bryce Renson, that referee, looked like he was actually going to go into Chernobyl. But I will say I was thoroughly entertained. The whole 28 minutes, it was really good. The last 2 minutes, I will talk about later. Spoiler alert.
I kind of enjoyed. Okay, bear with me.
Sure.
When I say the ending, I mean everything up to the curtain call. It was pretty good because when, pretty much long story short, I was really not expecting Eddie Kingston to come out and help Jon Moxley, because it's like, that's the last person anybody would think would do that. But at the same time, that whole move that he made just shows that, look, well, he already said it. The World Championship makes people do strange things.
Absolutely.
But it's like, you know what?
But they have a brotherhood, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know what? I will beat your ass and kill you myself before I stand back and watch somebody else do it.
No, King is right.
I wonder how Roman and Seth feel about him having another brotherhood with another person.
Hey,
well, jump to AEW and let's find out.
Yeah, right.
That's not going to happen.
Let's do a crossbred storyline. Let's see what happens. Good luck.
Number 3.
Roman wins, LOL.
Yeah, Roman wins, LOL.
Tres.
Number 3. Shaq and Jade Cargill.
That workout segment pissed me off. All them niggas was doing was shooting hoops. Ain't had nothing to do with fucking wrestling.
Wait. I must have missed that one.
No, the Shaq and Jade had a workout.
Yes, they had a workout segment where there was... Okay, so...
Because I saw the one where Jade was in the ring and Shaq was watching, but I didn't see the basketball.
Yeah. All them niggas was literally doing was fucking shooting hoops. Shaq was basically passing the ball to Jay. She was shooting free throws. Now, that was the first one. I didn't see the other workout segments. But, yeah, that was the first one. I'm like, what the fuck is this ain't wrestling?
I think I missed those.
Yeah. The week before the match, they did have one where Jay was in the ring and Shaq was just ringside, like he was just her manager or something like that.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe I didn't catch that one. But the one I saw, that was bullshit.
I will say this. Shaq actually worked like a 7'1" monster.
Mm-hmm. They actually made him look like a monster. Yes, I do agree with
Jade had she was not perfect. I do believe her and Red Velvet were still green. But I think for her debut on TV, I think this is her, I don't know if this is her first match on TV or her very first match, period.
It was her first match in AEW, I know that.
The point being...
Red Velvet?
Jade.
Jade
Cargill.
Okay.
For her, I think she did very well. I was thoroughly entertained. Cody Rhodes made Shaq look like $1 million, and of course, I would not be a podcaster if I didn't talk about Cody clearing the ropes and him basically forcing Shaq to fall back on the tables and Shaq looking like he died.
Right.
Yes. I was gonna say, you know what? Much respect.
That was the highlight of Shaq's whole
much respect to Shaq for taking a bump like that, for being a different kind of athlete and taking a bump like that.
He knew because he wanted to do it in his heart. He really did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he did a better job than watching Snoop dive off the fucking top rope.
God, that was bad. That was really bad.
Cringe.
But again,
definitely better than MGK with his table spot with Kevin Owens. I'm sorry, go right.
I do want to say again, Shaq looked like a giant.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing more, nothing less. Giants are supposed to be big guys, heavy chops, heavy hits, that. Maybe stumbling a little bit, but because he's in his 50s, he can't do much like he could in his prime.
Scenarios that we wanted in WWE, y'all. I don't want them to be known as that company that's basically like asking for attention because, hey, we're doing what you wanted to happen in like 5 years ago.
And I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. Don't give in to every idea that your fans give you.
Yes.
Because not every idea is a good idea.
Oh, of course not.
That's just my opinion. Yes, listen to your fans, give them what they want, but
be smart about it.
Yeah, exactly. Be smart about it, because you listen to one fan and think, oh, that'd be a great idea. Like, you get so many people to watch it, and you do it, and Well, that's the end of our company.
Exactly.
We here at Drunken Achievements LLC also know that it's not the Big Show. It's no BS Paul White. But for 22 years, we've known him as the Big Show. He is still the Big Show.
Can I please say I love that shirt?
Yeah, I know. Go for it.
Because I caught it as soon as I saw the shirt. I was like, "Oh, you smart motherfucker!"
I think that's literally going to be my first AEW shirt. That
Not the Sting shirt.
I'm so sick and tired of hearing Sting. I love Sting. I'm like, I somewhat love it, and I'm somewhat sick and tired of hearing Tony say, "It's Sting, nigga. We know, right? We know who it is.
It'll be a difference if
He's been here for a month,
right? It'll be a difference if he didn't show up every fucking week.
Right?
That call would be epic if it was not every week.
Like Tony Schiavone should just do Sting's introductions,
Right?
like. Just tell Justin Roberts, like, nah, Tony's got this.
You're right. Come into the ring. You don't have to tell me anything else. Keep your cards because it's Sting.
Right. Pretty much.
Clap, people. Clap. It's Sting.
Do I have to say it again?
Number two.
Dolls. It's dolls.
Shut up.
The Royal Rumble matches themselves.
Factory.
My
Yeah.
goodness, they were
Big
both
facts.
good.
Dang,
But I never realized that all of them were just right around the 1 hour mark.
I didn't realize that our last episode was before the Royal Rumble. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
So we're having a little bit of flashback. Our very first episode was actually the Royal Rumble. We were talking about the Royal Rumble match, NXT versus NXT UK, Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
Of course,
Happy 1 year anniversary.
happy over
Yeah,
1 year
yes,
anniversary,
yes.
actually,
Yep.
for the Drunken Achievements podcast.
It's us.
Yeah, it is us. No, we were talking about how Edge, made a surprise return. We thought he was done. Stem cells did their thing, and all of a sudden he's in the Rumble.
And that moment still makes me cry. Well, not makes me cry. Almost makes me cry.
And now all of a sudden,
The fact that he won.
he won the gauntlet.
No, just him coming back. Just that moment of him coming back.
Oh, you're talking about last year's Royal
And now,
Right.
Cross stole what I was going to say. He ran the gauntlet and won. And I was happy about that. And here we are being bitching and moaning that we want a new talent to win the Rumble or the champion or keep the champion. And I'm happy about Edge winning. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
See,
Okay, well, Edge is a special case because, his career was cut short and he still had a lot left in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
It's different compared to like somebody help me out. Somebody
Goldberg.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, him.
Goldberg.
You come back for your son. Nigga, your son has seen you do your thing already. What you still here for?
It's also this thing called YouTube.
Or the kids, the kids want me here. Motherfucker, the kids weren't born when you were doing your thing.
Let me go
Them
back.
same kids you doing it for, when you first came back, they asked their daddy who the fuck was that.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
That's not John Cena. Who is that?
Let me backtrack a little bit because I will come back to the men's Rumble. The women's Rumble was that was funny. The women's Rumble was actually quite entertaining, and I was actually really happy that it was Bianca who won. My God,
Yeah.
I was so happy. I was so happy for that girl, woman.
All right, no, can we please just say how great that ending was actually for the Women's Rumble?
Amen.
I was so scared that Charlotte was going to be...
Actually, if it was,
I was scared she was going to win.
Actually, if Rhea Ripley won, I would have been happy too.
Definitely.
I'll take that back.
You know what? Yeah, I'm definitely happy that it came down to just those two because I believe everybody and their mama was holding their breath like, oh God, Charlotte's gonna lose.
Right, and I'm more happy of the fact that Charlotte. Right, I'm more happy at the fact that Charlotte wasn't the top two, just because of the whole story behind that little sequence. Like you're going against the person that you beat at WrestleMania last year, and the person that was supposed to be in that rivalry in the first place.
Right.
They got their one up on you, at least for this time. Then they want to look at each other with like, well, you ready to get this over with?
Right.
Okay.
Say, look, we both can't stand this chick. Let's just get her out of here.
Which, by the way, it was really good. Again, I didn't care either one of those two, but I've been saying it ever since we started the podcast. I never was a fan of Bianca Belair, and I think it was just because the bougie, gimmick,
the ghetto
fabulous gimmick, as you like to point out many a times. But taking away the ghetto fabulous gimmick and just seeing her wrestle, It was a little thirsty, motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess
It was a
so.
little thirsty.
Yeah. But just seeing her wrestle turned me into a fan. Now, let me go back to the men's rumble because it was great. Was really good, but what made me pop was once again we had another wrestler who was supposed to retire but came back with Christian Cage. Yes, I have to say Christian Cage. Entering the Rumble, doing his thing, and they had that Edge and Christian reunion.
Yes,
that was awesome.
That was the best moment of the Rumble for me.
Yeah.
And once again, it was thanks to Edge's his acting skills are just off the chain.
But we have to remember, he's been in TV.
Right.
He's been on movies.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
I think that helped him a lot.
I'm glad he got that experience because the thing that drew me the most from that whole moment was not Christian coming back, but Edge's face of relief. Oh my God, my best friend is here.
My brother is here.
I got help.
Yeah. But we've been spending so many times. Let me get into my number one.
Oh, Uno. I forgot.
Uno.
The new, at the time of this recording, WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley. This is something.
16 years.
16 long years being on and off with the WWE, and he finally got it. Fucking about time.
After coming back with no storyline to pointing at his ass.
To Bobby's sisters.
To Mary and Lana. Now.
His first world champion in WWE, if you include ECW. And that's the first one in about 10 or 15 years.
I still don't. That's
the first.
I'm not gonna take it away from him.
He was a world heavyweight champion, was he?
ECW world champion.
Yes, he
was.
ECW, right?
Yeah,
but not world heavyweight.
No.
Okay.
Sadly, never.
He
was during his first tenure. He was first United States champion, then ECW world champion. That was it.
Okay. You can now add him to the very few Black African American world champions, along with The Rock, Sasha Banks, Kofi Kingston, Mark Henry, Booker T.
I had something to say about that, and you know what? Some people may agree, some people may not. That's fine. I'm just having a real hard time, putting The Rock as one of the top African American world heavyweight champions. And I only say that because you know what? I still love The Rock. I'm still a big fan of him, but I just feel personally that he shows more pride in his Samoan heritage.
Yes, he does.
More than his African American heritage. That's why I have a tough time, putting him on that pedestal as an African American champion.
I guess you're right.
As compared to a Kofi Kingston and a Bobby Lashley. You don't. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. But that's just the way I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, nothing against him. He's still one of the greatest performers of all time, and still one of my top favorites. I grew up watching the guy. I love him to death. But like I said, I feel like he likes his Samoan heritage more than his Black heritage.
Well, I was going to say a lot of quick things, but
all Samoans are.
Yeah,
but they have that pride.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, I don't want to, over exaggerate my point. You get what I'm trying to say.
No, I get what you're trying to say. I was just making a comment like Samoans have that pride,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and again, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Be proud of who you are.
Definitely.
No,
but they literally wear it on their sleeve. My bad. I feel like we keep cutting you off.
You know what? I quit.
You quit every time.
Literally.
Make up your mind.
No.
This is the 8th contract I've written out for you.
Right.
This is like the 12th time I quit.
This is the last time.
Are you going to see him punk me this time or not?
No.
Right.
No, but y'all have been basically literally just said everything I wanted to say. He was booked like shit when he first started. The sisters, the ass pointing, the Sami Zayn.
Wait, I have to correct you. The sisters and Max Caster playing as his sister. Yes, Max Caster was one of his sisters, bro.
Oh no.
Wait, I know which one you're talking about. I know which sister you're talking about.
And now he's a shit rapper.
I don't know.
Actually,
I don't know
if
the freestyle he spat at Revolution was decent. I'm not gonna lie.
I missed that one.
That one was decent, and it was in a face kind of way. It wasn't. He didn't say any like heel shit in it.
Well, thank you
But
for
it still went hard.
thank you for
He's
reminding
trying
me
to-
the list of
he's trying to-
AEW wrestlers that's been in WWE.
He's trying to. Be
Now we add
Dr.
another one.
Thugonomics.
Basically,
Now we got to add another AEW wrestler that was in WWE
yeah.
for like a non-speaking role, basically.
I'm gonna start a fake John Cena chant next time he's in the ring, and we can be there. Fake John Cena.
That's messed up.
Anyways, I yield the rest of my time.
Bro,
But
we just been fucking with his time the whole
Nah,
his whole
bro.
goal.
I'm done.
I feel so bad now.
I don't even want to finish it. I'm
I
done.
did it.
But I do want to say, at least at the time of this recording, I am very happy that Bobby Lashley is the world champion.
Absolutely.
Much deserved, and I virtually called it that he was going to beat The Miz, that shit was going to go down like that.
It's the fucking Miz. You knew he was gonna kill me.
Anyway.
collect.
Anyways, I just really want to say that The Miz, once again, you know, I retweeted something. He won the belts, and he was like, "Oh my God, how dare The Miz become champion?" And he was like, "Get over it." Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, what a great, like, heel thing to say, basically.
But
Yeah.
I guess it's like it's what where did I hear this from? I think I heard this from Denise Salcedo. Shout out to Denise Salcedo, one of the hardest working women in sports infotainment. But she was just basically like, you know, we heard this 10 years back, 11 years back.
Yeah, of course.
It's the same
Yeah.
promo.
Exactly.
It's the cookie cutter Miz promo, and it's like, you know what, you're right. This does kind of feel like it's 11 years ago, and nothing has changed, which is like, it's kind of bad as far as the Miz, because it's like if you were planning on him to win this belt, which really wasn't the original plan anyway, but since you've already taken this route, and you know, given Miz the briefcase, you could have at least gave him a different type of character to be
Agreed.
while being champion, even if it was only for a week.
Even.
You know, it
Well,
just,
anyway, I'm done.
yeah,
I'm done talking. one of you motherfuckers, go ahead.
You motherfuckers.
I'm just gonna start interrupting you guys all the
I guess
time.
I'll take it.
Right, just tell us you done fucked up like every entry.
Yeah, right. All right.
No, let me just start by saying no. No, I couldn't resist.
Now let me tell you where you're wrong.
No, I'm not even gonna say that. That'd be too harsh. But whatever. Anyway, just two honorable mentions.
Sure.
And these are actually yesterday.
Oh, excuse me.
AEW, Ray Phoenix versus Matt Jackson. Anytime the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks are in the same ring, you know them boys are gonna burn the place down. Because you know what? They know what each other is thinking before they do it, and when they do it, they, like I said, man, they burn the place down. So you know
Indeed.
what? Phenomenal match between Ray Phoenix and Matt Jackson. Looking forward to that tag team match coming up in the future. And the second honorable mention is Adam Cole versus Finn Balor, two of the best Bullet Club leaders of all time. Well, the OG and the young G. You know, yeah, I know what I did there. I'm not going to leave. I stand by it. But anyway.
He's one of the G's. I mean, I can't remember what number leader he was. But wait, Cole wasn't even a leader, was he?
He was like, oh, shit.
Wait, Adam Cole?
Yeah.
He took, and we're talking about Bullet Club, right?
Yeah.
He technically took over the Ring of Honor Bullet Club.
Okay.
Because Kenny Omega was still in JPW.
Right.
So, technically speaking, he was a leader-esque.
He was one of the top dogs that was running shit, but I guess he wasn't like the Bullet Club king.
Well, you know how it is with the NJPW Bullet Club and Ring of Honor Bullet Club. You know, obviously Kenny couldn't do
That shit was like some wrestling mafia shit.
literally.
You know?
So
it is.
it reminds me of the Teen Titans episode where it was like, you know, the regular Teen Titans, Cyborg, Starfire. Cyborg took over for Teen Titans East.
Go.
Or no,
Oh.
there was the episode of the original Teen Titans where Cyborg had to go and start Teen Titans East,
Oh, okay.
and he was made like temporary leader for the time.
I don't know why I thought you was talking about.
No.
Teen Titans
I personally
Go
don't
versus
like
the
Teen
original
Titans
Teen
Go,
Titans.
but that's neither here nor there. That's in another episode.
Right, that's a whole conversation.
That's a new convo. Anyway,
Okay.
my apologies.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to have a spin-off episode about that for real.
Oh, God. Number 5.
Cinco!
So Revolution, Darby Allin and Sting versus Ricky Starks and Brian Cage.
What a match, honestly. What a
incredible
cinematic match.
And you know what? The only thing I didn't like was having the commentary during the
live
match. Because
commentary.
I'm like, you know what?
knew
You
you were gonna
guys
say
are
that.
literally taking away from the action and the excitement.
Mm.
You know, there are great ways to do those type of like sci-fi vision type of matches. You know, those movie style matches.
That did take away of the mythos.
Yeah, it did. Because I'm like, okay, you know what?
Yeah, because it's like, my bad.
No,
But
you're good.
imagine the Firefly Funhouse match with commentary.
Just Michael
No
Cole
said.
like interrupting every fucking thing.
I would
Well,
hate that match.
we
so
technically
much.
did have a live commentary on cinematic match. Remember the men's and women's Money in the Bank match?
Yeah, the Money in the Bank match. Wait, no.
That had that technically kind of sort of had live commentary.
Did it have commentary?
Kind of.
I don't think it did.
No, it did not.
It
it
was-
not?
it-
No,
it
it
was
Oh,
a
I'm sorry.
The commentary came in when the match was over.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
But
My mistake. You're
but
right.
now that I think about it, it
Yeah.
was a cinematic match with commentary. Was that the final beat that had commentary?
I
No.
don't remember the final beat. No.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on that.
No, I don't think it was the
No,
final beat.
you know
I can't
what?
remember.
I'm not gonna lie. To my knowledge, this was the first cinematic match with live commentary, which did kind of take me out of the mythos, just like you.
But regardless, that is a pretty good example of what type of great work your wrestlers would do when you give them control of that storyline, and not just a storyline. You give them control of the match.
Right.
You know, you
Yeah.
let them be creative,
Yeah.
and you'd be surprised what type of great stuff they would come up with if you give them the chance.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, there's certain matches where you can pull off commentary that doesn't distract from everything,
You know,
like the Stadium Stampede.
Thank you. There it is.
Mhm.
Okay.
You said it
Yes.
I saw you drawing a blank a little bit. I saw that.
I was trying to remember how they correctly phrased it, but the Stadium Stampede match, that was one of the perfect matches because there was a lot going on, so you needed commentary.
But
for
even
that.
Miro said it best on one of his podcasts, or was he with Chris Jericho? Doesn't matter. Where he was kind of like, "Okay, Chris, what do I say in my debut?" He was like, "Say whatever you want." That's kind of how, like you're saying, like give the wrestlers like some type of creativity, and you'll get it back tenfold.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know what? If Vince would do with what he does, if Vince would do what he does with Bray Wyatt to a lot of his other wrestlers,
Oh fucking hell!
let them be in charge of what they want to do.
We just talked about Goldberg. Be careful with that.
Yeah.
I
said
I'm
what
fucking
the-
with your fucking.
I said what they want to do, not what Vince wants you to do.
I mean, hey,
Shit.
if Bray did what he wanted to do for a year before getting squashed, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm done.
Let's
I'm
continue.
done.
Let's
Never
continue.
mind.
My daily Goldberg hate is done for today.
I can't even go any further on that topic. Number 4.
Quattro.
Wait.
Like that just took all the energy from me on that topic. So I'm moving on.
I'm sorry.
Quattro.
Wait. Go ahead. I can't even remember what I was going to say on this match.
Exactly. See, everybody's fucking up. Number 4
He's so
was...
mad. I'm so
Shut
Shut
up!
up already!
Damn! Number 4 is Ember Moon and Chance Blackheart winning the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships.
Do I have a problem with those fucking championship belts?
The only problem I have is that they look very generic.
That's what I was talking
They
about.
look basically the same as the main roster's the main roster's women's tag team championships. They all look the same. It's like, you know what? Let's try some new creativity with these belts here. But beggars can't be choosers. The women of NXT definitely deserved these titles.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after that little foobar last week.
Plus, they have more sufficient women's tag teams than the main roster combined.
Yeah, but the only problem is we don't know half their roster. We don't know half their female roster. We only know like a certain handful.
Yeah, that's true too.
But at the same time, I believe, this new edition of Gold gives those women a chance to get their names up.
I feel like even with that, they get more TV time than like the main roster. Half of the main roster women.
Yeah, that's also true. But while we're on that topic, I'm just a little saddened that it came to the expense of Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. They put in all that work in the women's Dusty Classic to win these titles, but then have them drop them in 45 minutes.
Now I told you this in the car.
Yes, I know what you're gonna say.
Okay, so you know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
This is my first time saying it in front of you. They didn't screw Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez.
Of course they did.
They only screwed Dakota.
Yeah.
Because they basically stripped the title. Well, not stripped, but they took the titles off them, and then basically said fuck Dakota and gave Raquel her own little feud.
Yeah.
So it's just like you're leaving Dakota high and dry in the wind.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, unfortunately, that sucks, bro.
Because Dakota Kai, she's a hell of a worker. She's got great resiliency. But it's you know what? Again, at the same time, it's sad that it's coming at her expense. Then,
Yeah, no, understand.
But at the same time, though, I'm glad that Ember Moon and Shotzi have some gold around their waist because they both definitely deserve it.
They do. As
great competitors as they are. I was honestly hoping that Ember would come back and be, more in the main event spotlight. But I know that time is coming because Ember Moon didn't come back to be a tag team champion. She came back to be a NXT Women's Champion. Right. If this is the Ember Moon that I know and love.
No, truth.
Nothing against Shotzi, but, Ember, she's a main event player.
Not OG, but I was going to say an OG, but she's not an OG.
Well, compared to
she's a vet.
I believe her and Candice LeRae are the only NXT OGs of the women's division right now because they're the only ones that have been around for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure. You can say Io.
Io, she's getting up there.
Amen on that.
Io, she's getting up there, but shit. I think Candice has been around the longest.
Possibly.
But whatever.
Yep.
Anyway, number 3.
Tres.
You all about to go ahead.
You okay, bro?
Yep.
Well, these we already covered this, but Bianca Belair and Edge winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, of course.
Both and completely well deserved, especially Bianca. It's great to see a new face get such great opportunities, and again, Sasha Banks. Nonetheless, because these women share so much chemistry in and out of the ring. Both on a wrestling, tip, and on a character tip. Because both of them scream. I hate to refer to this way. They both scream that bad bitch mentality. I am the baddest bitch in this ring.
I would have said the same thing, bro.
I'm sorry, Nia, but you're not. And Edge, I know you talked about it earlier, how we have a whole bunch of old heads coming back and, taking the spotlight. But like I said earlier, Edge he's a special case. Because you know what? His career was taken away from him a lot. It was taken away from him a lot quicker than it should have been. Not that his career should have been taken from him at all, but, he still had so much left in him, and it's good for him to be back here and be able to prove that again. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do with Roman. I don't know if he's going to take the belt from Roman or not, but that would be one hell of a Cinderella story, and I hope that Vince makes that happen. But at the same time, you never know what Vince is thinking.
True.
Number 2.
Dos.
Another one that you already covered. Bobby Lashley, after 16 years, winning the WWE Championship. And nothing against Kofi and nothing against The Rock. I've already mentioned The Rock. Now I'm going to, I have to get on Kofi's case. Because Kofi is from Ghana, right?
Ghana, Africa. Yeah.
Ghana, okay. So he's an African WWE champion, not an African American.
He's a legit African world champion.
Yes, exactly.
It's crazy because I was just going to say that when you brought up The Rock.
Yeah, because Bobby Lashley is a legit 100% African American.
Yes.
So in my eyes, he is literally the first ever African American champion.
Yes, he is.
In my opinion, again, not everybody has to agree with me.
No,
I like to cover all the bases. That's just my style. But nonetheless, all three of them were incredible champions, and I am so looking forward to what Mr. Lashley can do because you know what? This man has busted his ass, been put in some of the most ridiculous fucking storylines to this date. You know, that did him absolutely no justice. The only one I really enjoyed was the time he was with one of my favorite cruiserweights, Leo Rush.
I think he's one of our favorite cruiserweights.
Yes, he is.
Exactly. Get some of that. Having some Tampico, you know, gotta stay hydrated out here.
Still not sponsored, by the way.
You know.
I think Tampico. Never mind. Let me not say that. But I would like Tampico to sponsor us.
Absolutely.
I drink you guys' juice all the time.
Pause.
Anyway. Hey.
Oh no. People who
No,
know.
we can't pause because we're recording. Smart ass. Go ahead with your number one.
I'll pause anyway, motherfucker.
I'll pause it right now. Why
give
are
a
you
shit.
talking?
I don't give a
Guys,
shit. I'll talk anyway.
bros.
I'll bring up the technical difficulty screen right now for the rest of your speech.
Yeah, okay. Your funeral will be tomorrow.
My funeral will be whenever I die. I don't plan on dying tonight.
We are getting way off base. But anyway, number
Number
one.
So
Number
welcome
one.
to my new solo wrestling podcast. my other guys unexpectedly died. So
Were you?
Evil Uno.
Get the hell out. Okay. Number one.
Uno.
I'm going far left with this. Apollo Crews heel turn.
I don't know why I was not expecting that.
I didn't want you to expect that. So, Apollo Crews finally turned heel. What's the problem?
I think I'm tweaking.
Apollo Crews, you know,
That was
I've
weird.
always...
That was interesting.
Well, you know what? It definitely interests me, and it definitely got me very interested in his story. Because you know what? I believe we will finally get to see what Apollo Crews is really made of. Because let's be honest, let's be honest here. When a superstar is a heel, heels get a little bit more creative say than faces do.
True.
You know? So I believe, he'll have a lot more success as a heel than he has been as a face. Especially with this new character change. But bottom line, I'm looking forward to seeing this happen. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him and Big E go at it one more time for the United States Championship. You're shaking your head. Why are you shaking your head?
Something else.
Oh, okay. But no, man, that's pretty much my top five. We've already. What's up?
I was gonna say the Nigerian accent was an interesting choice for him to do so.
Yeah, when he pulled that out, I was like, what the fuck?
I was like,
and
oh, okay.
You guys watch Russell Talk News, right?
Every now and again, yes, I do.
So you saw what Pete had to say.
He was
About
kind of like, huh, okay.
Yeah, but it's like at the same time, it's like, why do you really want Nigerians' image to be like military
Okay.
and things of that
Okay,
nature?
I'm glad because I'm glad I'm not the first one who thought about this between our group because I did think that was weird because to portray Nigerians with like a spear of sorts, it was it threw me off guard a little bit. I don't know about anybody else, but I was just kind of like, wait, are you calling Nigerians like soldiers or something, or like old-timey soldiers?
Right.
Like, I don't care about the accent. Is it accurate? I don't know. I've never been to Nigeria, so I can't say if it is or isn't. I mean, we all believe Kofi Kingston's Jamaican accent.
Let's not go back there.
But my point being,
Now watch somebody pull that same shit on Apollo.
Somebody
supposed to be Nigerian. What
Right,
Oh, I
so-
hope they got
so-
not.
and somebody pulled out that video when Triple H called him out on it. And his face, Kofi's face is just what made the segment.
Right.
Oh, no, true.
Now, I need to know, was that scripted or not? That's what I need to know.
I don't care if it was. I
It's
think
supposed to be Jamaican.
I think according to
Accent.
Kofi, it was.
Bullshit.
I think according to Kofi, it was.
Hey, guys, come on, guys. Does anybody have any problems? Yeah,
I got a problem.
questions? Yeah, I got a
Aren't you
question.
supposed to be Jamaican?
Matter of fact, I got a problem. Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? Oh, shit. And then everybody started looking at him like, yeah, what the hell was that?
Anywho, that's besides the point. But I am intrigued with the Apollo Crews heel turn. So I'm intrigued with that.
Because you know what? he's got so much talent inside of him. Yeah, his promos need a little bit more work, but you know what? I believe, because you know what, it's starting to show that he's working a little bit closer to Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if you watch Wrestle Talk or not Wrestle Talk, Talking Smack.
Talking
Or
Smack.
Talking Smack.
Yeah. Why was I thinking?
Smack
I was thinking of Raw Talk.
I know.
Anyways, as you were, Magikk, your top 5.
Oh yeah, true that.
Oh sure, I was done.
Are you sure?
Dick.
Coming from the people who also interrupted me every time I was saying something.
You deserved it. No, I'm kidding. All right,
I can't
done.
stand you guys from time to time. I
Yeah,
swear.
I love you too. Go ahead, dude.
All right. I got a lot of.
Oh yeah, let me. I couldn't help it.
It's okay. It's okay. Technical difficulties. That's all I'm saying. All right. So
I really missed you guys. I hope you realize that.
Oh man, you can feel the love in the air. Anyway, I got a lot of honorable mentions, so I'm not even gonna talk about them. I'm just gonna name them.
Go for it.
All right. Shaq.
Enough said.
Matt Riddle.
Enough said.
Yep.
Darby and Sting versus Starks and Cage.
Sharks and Cage.
Ricky Shark is in a Brian Cage. What?
That'd be awesome if Darby Allin and Sting went for a match against some sharks in a cage. That'd be awesome.
Hell of a match.
Taz hanging from a shark cage over the
That'd be nice.
Oh god.
Buddy Murphy returning finally to TV.
When did he do? Oh yeah, that's right, he did.
Even though they're going backwards with their storytelling, but
yeah, I'm like that. That's starting to like really.
My first New Japan entry ever is Kenta versus Moxley.
I heard great things about that match.
It was a good match. It was a short match, but it was a good match.
I've heard great things about it.
And the Revolution ladder match for the last golden ring in Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
The brass fucking ring.
I legit thought that was a fucking lifeguard.
No, Russell Talk brought up a good joke.
The hemorrhoid too.
No, not the hemorrhoid. This is on the actual podcast. They was like, you know what? I bet next they're gonna have a women's ladder match, but it's gonna be a glass ceiling match, and the winner has to break through the glass ceiling.
Oh come on. Okay.
Okay,
right.
but yeah, those are my.
when I saw that, I was like, "Is that supposed to be a brass ring?" It's
I
funny.
thought that was a Sonic the Hedgehog ring.
No, I've heard brass ring, Sonic ring, hemorrhoid seat. I've heard flotation device. I've heard.
I can see that.
I've heard a floaty. I mean, but that's besides an inner tube, basically.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's all I've heard. Actually.
Okay, so yeah, those are my honorable mentions. So let me get to my actual top 5. Now I just like, since it's been a minute, I just broke this down into storylines that I enjoy
Fair.
the most. So
True.
Number 5, only because of what happened last Sunday. This has gone down to number 5, and that's the Omega and Moxley and Kingston situation.
Makes sense.
I mean, everything was good until that wet fart of an ending of Revolution.
Yeah.
Like, I mean everything up to Kingston basically trying to sacrifice himself. Up until that, it was
He
perfect.
really didn't need. I'm gonna talk about it later, but he really didn't need to do that.
He didn't. I kind of like how they. I don't know if that explosion was like on purpose or not, intentional or not, but if it wasn't, I like the way how they had Eddie Kingston cover his tracks basically.
Mm-hmm.
My only concern with that is, where does that leave Butcher and Blade and Bunny?
Didn't they join up with somebody this week?
Well, yeah, like they're doing some work with Matt Hardy, but I don't know how long that's going to last.
I was just about to say, who knows how long that's going to last. So
I'm actually kind of mad that Butch and the Blade are now lackeys.
Basically, man. Basically,
you said they're now lackeys.
They're basically lackeys. They're now like the security guard. The ones who basically pay more, they're gonna guard them. Like they were.
Well, I mean,
like first they were their own. They were their own tag team. Then they were part of the family with the king. Now all of a sudden they're part of the Hardy thing.
Right.
Well, let's hope that FTR doesn't get the same treatment.
Right now?
You know, with this whole new MJF movement.
Right now? No.
Well, yeah, now no, but Lord knows where it's going to be a month later.
True that.
Anyway,
Anyways,
moving on.
Cinco. No. Wait.
Cuatro.
Cuatro.
I don't know how to Spanish.
Reigns.
And you're Puerto Rican.
I know.
You ought to be ashamed.
I
No,
am.
I'm kidding.
But,
I can't raise
Number
shame.
4. No, oh, shit.
You're right.
You're correct.
Cuatro?
Number 4 is Roman Reigns and Edge. And I the only reason I put that as number 4 is that just the whole aspect of Roman Reigns basically being an attention whore for this whole storyline. Because he always wants to see himself as that main event person, the person that is at the main event. And when Edge didn't pick him for those 2-3 weeks,
it was like
he started to freak the fuck out. He was like, "What do you mean you don't want to pick me? What do you mean you don't want to pick me? I'm the main event. You're supposed to be picking me."
Wasn't like Roman Reigns said something like twice and like he shouted it the last time. Paul Heyman was kind of like, "Oh my god,
why would that man play games with me? Why would you play games with me?"
And Paul Heyman like jumped and was it Jay Uso that was just kind of like looking at him?
Right,
like,
Jay just didn't give a fuck. He was like, "Yo, I'm used to this already, boy. Paul, why you jumping, boy?"
Right. I grew up with this nigga. He used to throw a tantrum when he don't get his way.
Shit, he acted just like his daddy right now. Shit, he
Right.
whooped all our ass.
Exactly. Jeez. What you jumping for, nigga? No, okay, so there was a meme I came across on Twitter. Okay, you remember, I think it was like 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, when Edge and Roman, I was about to say Edge and Christian, when Edge and Roman were in the ring during a segment, and Roman had whispered something in Edge's ear.
Yeah.
Long story short, there was a meme on Twitter that said basically what Roman was saying in Edge's ear. Dude, please pick me before Goldberg comes out here. Please pick me before Goldberg comes out here. That literally, oh God, I bet you that's probably what he was saying. Like, dude, Vince wants Goldberg. Let's just please do this.
Look. I know Drew just beat him, but do I look like I'm 6'5"?
Yeah, right.
At least it's better than what I thought he was gonna say. 69 me Edge.
I forgot to mention that.
Wow.
69 me Don.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm so sorry.
There were too many pause moments this week. 69 me Don. What? Excuse you?
Well, I know that this week with wrestling got very homoerotic, so
Okay.
There's no
I wonder if they laughed about that backstage.
They had to.
yeah.
Like, they had to laugh about this whole situation.
Somebody's kid in the audience probably asked what 69 is.
Mm-hmm.
And their parents' faces got real weird.
Want to find out.
And that one drunk next to him tried to explain to him what it is.
Oh, shit.
Anywho.
But yeah, as far as the Reigns and Edge, I just wanted to close out by saying I honestly am curious to see if they will give the title to Edge. And if they do, I kind of wonder how they would have Roman react to it.
It'll be interesting.
If he would just lose his fucking marbles week by week, like how he kind of shown by just not being picked, you know. I kind of want that to happen, you know, just to see how crazy he would get.
You know what? I kind of have a little theory of what might go down.
Speak on it.
Roman will retain the title, but he'll do it when both Jay and Jimmy come to help him win it. Like Jimmy will finally be fully recovered, and he's finally a part of the
I like that.
tribe.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to drag. Like, I wanted Jimmy to come back, but like thinking about it in a storyline sense, I kind of want them to drag that out once Jimmy comes back, because you know, when last time Jimmy was on TV, it ended with a negative note with Roman. So why would he just join him, like, you know, right off the bat when he comes back?
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you know, if you watched some of their backstage segments, he would still be hanging out and talking with them.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You know, like when Survivor Series, when Jay had lost, and Jimmy was trying to stick up for him, and Roman was like, "I ain't trying to hear that shit." You know what I'm saying? You can walk up out of here. I need to talk to this dude. And Jimmy was like, "All right, cool."
Oh, see.
You know,
Shows you how much I pay attention to WWE programming.
but at the same time, though,
It happens.
at the same time, Jimmy could have a harder time letting go than Jay does.
Definitely.
You know, because yes, Roman beat the shit out of Jay, but Jay took it like a man. Roman embarrassed Jimmy,
Yeah.
choked this nigga out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Had this nigga like
While
literally
he was handicapped.
right, handicapped. Damn near killed him. You know, so he could probably have a tougher time accepting that. And Jimmy, and you can see it in Jimmy's eyes. He kind of feels like he's the big brother compared to Jay.
Right.
So I got a feeling, and I'm hoping, like I said, it's another theory. When Jimmy is fully recovered, he could probably step to Roman like, look, do that shit that you did to him, do that shit to me.
Right.
I ain't him. You know?
I look forward to when
Jimmy comes back.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Yeah, because
I
I'll shut up after that. Shut up.
No, I don't mean to jump.
I know. I just had to be an ass.
I know.
Anyway,
No, I understand.
long story short, I still feel like there's some unfinished business within that family beef.
Can I have a side, just an opinion that popped in my head, and I just want to know you guys' thoughts on it. I feel like the top 3 compelling superstars right now to this day, and I guess I said this to you, but in a different way. But like Roman Reigns, Kenny Omega, and I want to throw Hangman in there.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it doesn't matter what storyline Hangman is in, you're still interested in his character.
Of course.
True.
I am very interested in Hangman's story arc, I guess.
Yeah, I can't wait till he actually comes up and win the belt, because I honestly think he's the next person to win the
I
belt.
think so.
It's only right.
I think so.
I believe, kind of like to piggyback off of that, a person who can honestly, you know, make decent storylines regardless of whoever it's with, Seth Rollins. You know, but the only thing that I don't like is how he's such a main event player, but he's stuck doing, you know, like mid-card stuff.
True.
That's the only thing I don't really care about, because if it were, lost my word for a second. If you flip the script, he'd be the only one who would look Roman in the face and say, I'm not going to acknowledge you as no tribal chief. I know you. I know who you are.
I'm not going to lie. I've been waiting for a Reigns and Rollins storyline ever since they said he got drafted.
Right.
It's almost like one of those, well, if you want me to acknowledge that you're the tribal chief, acknowledge me as your messiah.
Right.
Exactly. And it's like, you know what, somebody's got to break here. You know? Because they both know each other better than anybody else knows.
Oh, understand.
And then they can make a tag team when it's all settled and done. They can be called the Godly Chiefs.
Oh,
The tribal messiah.
Don't give Vince any more
Aren't you
ideas.
on number 2?
I'm on 3, actually.
Oh my goodness.
Tres.
Yeah, we've been talking about Roman all this time. See?
Hey, well, you know what? Think about it this way. 2 years ago, we were talking about how we couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
See what happens when you turn characters heel, Vince?
Right.
Jesus. Anyway.
You don't try and John Cena them to your fans. Don't try and shove them down their throats.
Okay, so number 3.
Tres.
I gotta give this to both Paul White and Christian for them joining AEW. Congrats on, you know, getting big contracts. And
One was more expected than the other. Well, actually, both were pretty unexpected. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, both was unexpected. I guess Christian's was a bit unexpected just because of what Big Show said. But if Big Show didn't say that I had a Hall of Fame worthy person, we wouldn't have expected Christian to show up at Revolution.
And nothing against him, you know, but that's just, like you said, it's the way, you know, Paul White sold it.
Right. And
you know, go ahead.
And I was just going to say, even at that point, I didn't even expect it to be Christian.
No, same.
Right.
So,
I hate to say, I didn't really want it to be Christian. I wanted it to be somebody else. But
Who was your pick?
any of the folks that folks were voting for.
yeah, I didn't
Batista, Kurt Angle, CM Punk.
I thought it was going to be Kurt, actually.
We all know it ain't going to be CM Punk. That dude said he's done with wrestling. Folks just don't want to accept it.
Or maybe he will. Just add a couple of extra zeros.
Pain.
Yeah, I guess.
Pain.
He's right, though. Punk is right. He did not know.
But, I don't know. For a minute, I was thinking it was RVD. I was kind of hoping it wasn't.
No, that would have been a fart.
At the same time, he bring his wife and his girlfriend.
Dos, motherfucker, dos.
Yeah, she be shaking those times. Dos.
Oh God.
Dude.
All I'm saying is I want a girl to twerk for me while I'm whooping somebody's ass, okay? RVD is setting the standard for us men right now.
I'm not gonna comment
I hate
on
you.
that.
I just want my girl to twerk for me while I whoop somebody's ass. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Again, no comment.
All right, number 2.
Dos.
The whole Inner Circle debacle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Just basically how they handled it this past week. I love how they had Chris Jericho basically blame MJF for like everything without saying it.
You mean Sammy?
No. MJF, when they lost their Revolution, he was like, "Oh, MJF lost the match for us. But it's okay. We're gonna go and talk about it. We're gonna come back to Dynamite. Basically settle things and
okay,
stuff."
No, I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you were saying earlier. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, because I know you didn't like see everything, but like that's basically what Jericho said in like an interview after their match with the Young Bucks.
Right.
But yeah, and then the MJF reveal to have the whole faux horsemen, as I would call them, faux horsemen, as in fake horsemen. But I've been waiting for this. I just kind of wanted Cody to be in the group instead of MJF. But everybody else I wanted in there, so I can't even complain about that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see where it's gonna go. People are calling for the Blood and Guts match to be them in the Inner Circle.
It might happen.
They seriously need to have that match.
I really wanted
We've
the
been
Elite,
teased too
though.
long to have an AEW War Games match.
I know,
that
but
needs to
I
happen.
wanted the Elite.
Yeah, well, of course, but
Ooh, that
COVID.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
There ain't no better way of putting it, though.
It'll be good either way. Hopefully Sammy Guevara is back in the Inner Circle, or they can drag that story out too.
I'm pretty sure Sammy is going to be welcome back because you know what, he saw through MJF shit the whole time,
Right.
And I can't see Jericho not siding with that now, especially with Sammy, still standing side by side with him, even after he told him get the fuck away from him.
Yeah, I feel you, because it's like even if they could play it off to the point where it's just like Chris is like, okay, I'm sorry, and Sammy's just playing hard to get, like, no, I don't want to join your group. You're gonna have to show me that you want me there, and they'll just have Chris go through all this type of stuff, like how the Dark Order was doing with Adam Page or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Truth.
Yeah, I can see that because you know what?
That'll be a fun storyline.
Yeah, and Jericho, he's always down to do fun stuff.
Right. I think that's it.
That's really it. I mean, we've talked extremely positive. We've had some really good things, but
we still have one more entry.
Do we now?
Yes, we do.
And what is that?
Bobby Lashley.
We can't just not talk about Bobby Lashley. Like, that was about fucking time.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no better way of putting it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's about damn time.
Yeah,
and it's about damn time you book him like a monster. As far as that, and a kick-ass entrance from this man, finally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like, he's definitely got the entrance of a champion, like, no cap.
Yes, definitely, man. So, with that, I think that's all I have to say about that storyline, and that is my last entry of my list.
It's time to now bring it down to the negatives.
Bring it downtown? Oh, shit.
You done fucked up!
Who fucked up this time?
What did they do?
Y'all already know. Y'all already know you done fucked up. I don't really gotta say much about
they
it.
don't. We know.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, bro. I really thought I had the wires connected a little bit more. I thought the frequency of the fireworks was going to work a little more so it looked like, stuff was shooting out at you.
What type of overseas fireworks did you buy?
Well, according to Eddie Kingston from Acme.
I guess so.
See, and I
hope you kept the receipt.
I thought because it said Acme on it that it wouldn't be like the ones in Looney Tunes. It would be the actual thing, but...
Right.
Damn it, man.
I was just waiting for fucking Wile E. Coyote to come with the sign, boom. Because that shit was terrible.
Right, I was waiting for Omega to channel his inner Wiley.
Right, boom.
You know what?
Or where's Adam Cole when you need him?
It would have made... what would have made things completely better?
Hold up. They really stole the words out of my mouth. I didn't have to say nothing.
I knew what you were thinking. I'm like, let's get it out now.
All right, go ahead.
No, it would be so much better for Revolution if they would have just ended, instead of just ending right there in the ring, they would have ended on, like, say Omega or Don Callis laughing in the background in the backstage, and they just cut to them laughing at the screen or whatever.
Well, the thing is that Brian Sane with Wrestling with Regret, he mentioned like, oh, I thought when the match is over, so was the timer. But I guess it kept going. If they would have stopped the timer, then we probably would have been saved from the fart. But hindsight's 2020, and we were expecting, like I said earlier, where's the earth-shattering kaboom?
Right.
I mean, if we're gonna be talking about Looney Tune characters, we were expecting that. But for us to have possibly the first ever United States barbed wire C4 deathmatch, and you literally give us something that we can order off Wish.com, it bothers me that it ended that way.
It bothered a lot of people to the point
For the match to be so good, and then towards the end, I have to agree with Corny to be like, what the fuck type of ending was that shit?
Right.
There's some issues going on, and I have to agree with Corny with that.
The fact that we have to agree with him. But it's like, to end that way and, not do things about it. It definitely hurt them also. It didn't just confuse people, but it hurt their viewership. Like, they were down 100,000 this week because of that.
Yeah.
You have to point at that being the reason, because they were damn near at 1 million the week before.
Yes, they were.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. So they kind of flushed those viewers down the drain.
And I don't know if the homoerotic thing helped. But I don't know.
I'm sorry. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Just hearing that, it doesn't make my skin crawl, but just to hear that, I'm just like, come on. Wrestling already has a stigma of being homoerotic. Don't, no more. Please stop.
You just made it worse.
Like, stop.
Oh, well.
I don't know. It was just something about, I guess it was just, if they would have said, like, something that was, like, more direct or, like, more.
Or when they would have been like, oh, gotcha.
Right, more.
Made y'all think.
Well, if it was just more, more hateful, I guess, and not just like, I don't know. I think I know what I think you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If it was just more directly,
we're talking about the fans being pissed off about the ending and the known explosion.
No, I mean, like, as far as the Kenny Omega the 69 Me Don thing. Like, I feel like if it was more of a direct, oh, you're being gay, instead of just making fun of that moment, then I probably would be upset at it.
Agreed.
But I don't know.
Obviously, they said it out of jokingly, so
right.
It's not out of spite. It's not anything. And I'm not saying what I'm saying out of spite, obviously. But
right.
Wrestling for 20 or so years, even other wrestling personalities on YouTube have said there is a stigma that wrestling is very homoerotic. I mean, when you have male wrestlers that are so buff and wearing, like, underwear, basically, and touchy-feeling on each other, yeah. There are those people that think that wrestling is so, homoerotic, homosexual, gay, whatever, whatever correct thing whatever politically correct thing that I can say that I'm probably butchering right now.
You watch some of the promos they did in the 80s, you think so too.
Actually, somebody on a Facebook, I think it was like, oh my God, wrestling is full of straight men, and then all of a sudden, also wrestling. You hear Jake the Snake Roberts being like, oh, I'm not going to let you bust one on me anytime soon.
Yeah. You're not going to bust it out here while we're around. Like,
basically.
What the fuck kind of... Yeah.
But no, it's just like, it's...
But that's taking everything out of proportion.
How do you have, like, a nearly 5-star match and then end in a dud? That's my problem. And I hope that it's going to be rectified where Kenny Omega just eventually... I know that Kenny and Don were one of the most pissed off people, knowing that that's how it ended. But if he turns it around and being like, gotcha. I made you all believe that he was going to blow up.
Well,
that's all you could have did.
He did say that in the promo.
Right, in the promo. I feel like it would have been more effective if you would have did it, like, right after that little
that is true.
Incident.
Well, gentlemen, we've talked about a lot of, great things. We've talked about, a lot of new eras starting, like MJF and his new squad.
Of course.
Era. Bobby Lashley and, the whole her
world,
business
yeah.
era. You know, the era of Bobby Lashley has begun. A lot of eras have begun, but
You okay?
My bad.
I believe it's time we've gotten to the end of an era, the undisputed era.
Oh, too soon, bro. Too soon. Oh, that's
It
just too
is.
soon.
You know what?
Oh,
One, I don't
Jesus.
think any of us were ready, you know, for the undisputed era to be done so soon. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I honestly saw it coming.
I would like to say that I was
We all
ready,
did.
but I didn't want it to happen now. But shit, if it happened next year, I still would not want it.
Right.
It's one of those things where you're just not gonna be ready for.
Yeah.
You know it's coming, but you're not ready. You know,
It's like Undisputed Era is one of those groups that you would always want to be there forever,
Of course.
no matter what.
for real though. And it's like,
Oh God. When the New
What?
Day, whenever the New Day breaks up.
I don't feel like that's ever gonna happen.
yeah, that's just not. They tried that.
Oh,
it's just not.
speaking of that, watch this 24. Both of y'all.
I'll take a watch.
Watch
Biggie?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely a good watch.
I need to just get into that show more often. Period.
It depends because some of their episodes are not that interesting, to be honest. But you just look at the ones for the superstars that you actually want to have a further dive into their personal life or just
Yeah, but
Right.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Like the only UE member that I'm more concerned about as to where he goes from here is
I know what you're gonna say.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby
Bobby
Fish.
Fish.
Because Kyle has already shown he can survive on his own as a singles competitor.
So
With the
has
stuff he's
Roddy.
done. Yeah, well, Roddy started out as a singles competitor. At
Yes, he
first,
did.
Adam Cole, his name speaks for itself.
Duh.
Bobby's like, what can you do?
he's gonna. I feel like he's gonna team with Adam.
I feel like in WWE we don't know, but also at the same time, maybe if some people have watched Ring of Honor, they would probably know if Bobby Fish can hold his own.
Yeah,
But in the WWE universe, we don't know.
I feel like he's gonna team with Adam. My
I
bad.
feel like you know what?
Yeah.
I honestly feel. Well, go ahead. You weren't done.
I was just saying he already turned on Kyle and Roddy, so it's like you can't have 3-on-1. That won't look good in the face's perspective. Looking at it in a technical term.
Yeah, I know that, and that is true. But at the same time, I will say this: I'm concerned that whenever Bobby gets back from injury, I'm concerned that they're going to give him the Chad Gable treatment. They just stick him in random tag teams.
Yeah.
Shit sticks.
Oh.
That'll suck.
Yeah, it will.
Well, I just got depressed.
Because well, think about it. Adam Cole only has so much time left in NXT before Vince calls for him.
Please no.
Oh God.
And you know what's coming because you said it yourself. Vince wants Adam. He don't want the rest of them.
Yeah. That was reported.
Hell, it goes without saying. Vince wants Adam Cole, baby. He don't want the UE.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the UE guys will be stuck, in NXT, which is not a bad thing because they'll shine there. But Adam Cole has brought them a lot of, he has brought them a lot of notoriety, a lot of popularity, and a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really mention Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, or Roderick Strong without thinking of Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
That's just the way it is. That's just the way they built them. They built them so close knit to each other. So it's going to be really difficult to see them shine as a solo.
Now I'll ask y'all this question: would y'all have rather them split up like this, or would y'all have rather them split up like the New Day, and just stay cool with each other, but just on their own paths?
The thing is that would you even consider the New Day like officially like done?
No,
Because personally, with me, no.
definitely
I guess
Yeah.
this is the
But
way.
Yeah, they're giving an example like, hey, you don't have to break up to go on your own path.
Like they're
at the
split.
same time.
Like they're split due to reasons.
Right.
But they're still very cool. I mean, obviously the New Day podcast that they have.
Yeah.
Amongst the the Gears of War DLC for Xbox.
Yep.
Not to mention the Gears of War inspired entrance that they had at I want to say it was Survivor Series.
Yeah, they have too much money riding on them to have
WWE literally right now has a cash cow with the New Day.
And I
good,
feel
bad, or otherwise.
And I feel like Undisputed Era is NXT's cash cow at the same time.
So, but other than that, all good things come to an end. So kind of, sort of, I like that it happened. But again, I was ready, but also not ready.
Yeah.
But, okay, well, I'll say this as well. For example, look at the Shield.
Yeah, good. That's what I was thinking about, too.
Because, they were a big cash cow for the main roster when they were on top of the world.
Yep.
But now, with all three members doing their own thing, especially Roman, not to say the Shield is completely forgotten, but how many times you hear them mention the Shield?
Not very much.
And, with Big E being on the role that he's on, you don't hear his name mentioned in the New Day like that anymore.
Is he
and Paul Lee said that himself. He's like, you know what? Put yourself at a pedestal of a Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, you don't even mention the Shield. But picture Big E and the role he's on, nobody will even think to remember the New Day. Mm-hmm. Because Big E is just so far ahead in his career, he left Kofi and Xavier behind. Not that he did that intentionally to shit on them, but that's just the way that Vince built around him.
No, you're right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. So think about it like that. Vince is going to intentionally do the same thing with Adam once he gets his hands on him. You're going to be so far ahead. I'm going to put you on such a high pedestal.
It depends.
I believe you will.
I don't have that much trust in Vince anymore. I'm so sorry.
Well, when it comes to Adam Cole, I believe he will. Well, hear me out.
I'm hearing you. I'm just disagreeing while hearing you.
Okay, and that's fine because I've said it before. You can disagree.
No, it's not that I'm being a jerk. It's just
I know. Hey, I know you, man.
Yeah. You can try to convince me. You can try to convince me. Sorry.
Oh shit.
I had to throw out the
anyway.
Corny pun.
Of course, Vince is unpredictable.
Yeah.
When it comes to, pushing his talent. Because he'll have a big, a big spot for you. He'll have a lot of faith for you 3 weeks after 3 weeks. Say, I don't like you no more.
Right.
I didn't like the way you walked in the building this morning. I'm done with you.
Right. And then all of a sudden, and that's what bases my decision. Like, just his track record with the other NXT call-ups. Mm-hmm. And then not even 1/4 of them has had a successful push. I'm so sorry.
No, but I was going to say, it was like, oh, Keith, I like you. 3 weeks later. What the hell, Keith? And, all right, you're going back down to developmental.
Keith Lee needs to go back to training.
But at the same time, though, Adam Cole has all three factors that somebody like Vince McMahon looks for. Except, he's not a big dude.
Right.
He's got the in-ring ability, he's got the look, and he's got the charisma.
Yep.
And Vince cares about money more than anything. If you can make me a lot of money, the stage is yours. That's the way he thinks. And I believe that he will see that in Adam. Because look at what he did, when we went to Survivor Series.
Ooh, I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking the same thing. You're right.
He let him beat Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan.
When? Oh! You mean on before? Okay.
Yeah, before Survivor.
I was about to say that was a triple threat match. I don't remember what the fuck.
No,
same. I had the same thing.
I was about to say what the hell.
He beat Seth Rollins on Raw and he beat Daniel Bryan on SmackDown.
Right.
So for Adam Cole, an NXT dude, Vince let him beat his top guys on both of his shows. There's got to be some type of high faith in that dude.
Only to cut his entrance off 3 days later.
Yes, I will give you that. That was some bullshit.
Look, he doesn't know how to handle Cole. That's all I'm going to say about it. If he does turn around and turns the other cheek, cool. Perfect. We on the same page. But I swear to God, Vince McMahon, if you try to fuck with Adam Cole, I'm coming straight to Connecticut and I'm coming. Never mind.
Anyways, your turn. Your turn.
My turn on what? What are we doing? Oh,
Such good shit.
oh, we doing such good shit.
This was basically such good shit.
I thought it was something on Undisputed Era.
Nah. Well, mine was the dud. His was the era.
Oh no, that
Yours
was the
such
outro.
good shit.
That's the outro, boy.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh Lord.
I guess. Such
Well,
good
what if I
shit
call?
is,
What? I'm drunk. Nope.
Oh God. What is happening?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Uh-oh. This is what happens when we don't podcast on the regular, but that's okay. It's all good.
Where am I?
What is
but,
this? Who are you guys?
Right.
Yeah, I guess like I brought that up. Well, I brought up that question about how you want them to split up. I mean, I'm kind of split because, like you said, I'm one of those people where I didn't want them to break up, but I feel like them turning on each other would be the more, I guess, successful way to get the other guys put over.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the moment that Kyle had with Adam this week on NXT, it was like I kind of felt happy for that. When he took the armband off of Adam, like it kind of put a smile on my face.
Mm-hmm.
As much as this situation depresses me, thank you, Hunter.
Nah, but you're right.
Hey, like you said,
No better way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just hope they all come out to be stars. And also, I love Roddy through this whole situation. Like I told you guys earlier, he's like the child that's going through the middle of a divorce.
What the hell is going on?
That was my favorite part of the whole thing. He came on, what is even going on here?
He just doesn't get it.
Oh my God.
And Bobby is just that kid who's away at school, comes home, his parents are splitting up.
Wait, what the fuck?
Right. How long was I gone?
Wait, what the fuck? What you mean we broke it up?
Right.
Anywho, well, no better way of putting it, man. My name's Samielle, still representing 773 up in this biatch. I hope you guys stay safe, wash your hands, wash your face, wipe your ass, mask up. I'll see you next time on the podcast, or I'll see you on Twitch very soon.
All the stuff that he said is crazy cross, you know what I'm saying? And I also like to add, if you have the ability to, get vaccinated, because I know a lot of people are against it. I was against it at first, but you know what? I'm starting to realize that a lot of people close to me are getting it, and they say, they feel good, they have no repercussions, no side effects, none of that. If people I trust and I love are getting it and they're good, I'm thinking on getting it. So I encourage all folks to get it as well and stay safe and stay healthy. And after you get it, if you feel good, please encourage your friends and your loved ones to get it as well, so they can live a long, healthy, and safe life. Because we all deserve it.
True that. Well, with that being said, it's your boy K Quick signing out. Just got done being rowdy.
Oh God.
With the boys, with my road dogs. But
I missed that gimmick.
I know, right? I would give you guys the normal COVID precautions thing, but I actually don't want to end on that note. What I want to say is follow your dreams. No matter how old you are, no matter what situation you're in, just make sure you keep following those dreams. Even though they might not come true whenever you want them to, they will come true with the right amount of hard work.
Hustle and flow. Everybody got to have a dream.
Definitely. So, whatever you're doing, whatever you want to do, just don't give up on it.
Absolutely.
But make sure you have clean hands while you're doing it. And a mask.
Please.
So, with that being said, fuckers, we're going to sign out from now. I love you all so much, and I know my fellow gentlemen feel the same.
Amen on that.
Yep.
So, until next time, what the fuck does Kenny Omega say? I was going to do it, but...
Goodbye.
I bid you adieu.
Good night. Bang.
Peace.
One love.